And a very good evening, everyone. Great to have your company as we welcome you live to Leichhardt Oval for Saturday Night Rugby League. Tonight it's the West Tigers preparing to do battle with the Sharks, and what a clash we have coming your way tonight. Obviously the West Tigers demonstrating a fair bit of ticker last weekend in coming from behind to defeat the Parramatta side. The Sharks' Steve Roach going down to Melbourne last weekend, and tonight a critical game for both sides.
Was ultimately claimed by Jason Stevens, though. Still in the centre of the field. Michael Gillette, long pass. That's gone to ground. Opawate has picked it up. He goes to the corner. That'll be a West Tigers try here in this game after 8.5 minutes of play.
In to get the football. He hasn't passed it all day.
Reister, they got support blocker. The ball comes out the back. We're almost out of time. Best puts it on the toe. Caesar's got it covered. It's full time at Leichhardt Oval. The West Tigers have won a magnificent game of rugby league. 24-22. The crowd has gone berserk here, and Blocker needs a Panadol. It's been their game plan all day. Salmon, great break. He's a good player. Inside to Metcalf, backing up superbly, and the number 7 burns the turf. Try time for Cronulla.
Hi, welcome back to Pertec Stadium. That shot shows we don't have too bad a day in Western Sydney as we welcome you back to this venue for our coverage in round 10 of the VB New South Wales Cup. It is the Parramatta Eels feeder club, the Wentworthville Magpies in action. They play host to the Inform Warriors of New Zealand. Jimmy Smith with me once again. Been a really good season for the Warriors. 6 wins. They find themselves third on the competition ladder. He's opposite in Aidan McCarthy, who was able to make the tackle stick. They come back now towards the open side with Joseph Paulo. All the way to Taniela Lasalo. And Lasalo is across the line. Now it's Lamar Manuel, Leo Lavave, and Martin. He streaks into the clear. What about this for footwork, Martin? Unbelievable try for Kebra. He'll be giving Patrician Brothers defence nightmares tonight. Now we see Wells, and this is Napolitano. Napolitano's got support. Matthews on his right, and now here's the winger Cameron. He pins his ears back, and Belrose score in the corner. They break the deadlock, and their fans have gone nuts. Now it's KJ McKenzie. Oh, and a beautiful ball on the outside to Takapu. And Wentworthville, they are in again in the southwestern corner. Lovely pass to the unmarked Arthur Takapu, a former Rabbitohs under-20s player. Hi, tremendous to have your company and welcome to Coffs Harbour. It is day one of the 2015 Touch Football World Cup, a gala occasion in this sport. In fact, very much the jewel in the crown. 25 nations competing here over the next few days, and you'll see all of the opening day action, including the opening ceremony, right here on touchfootball.com.au. Thanks for joining us on the Speed Channel around Australia. A very warm welcome to Western Springs Speedway Stadium in Auckland, New Zealand for the start of the 2014 World Speedway Championship. Of course, the New Zealand FIM Speedway Grand Prix under half an hour away.
The riders on edge. The focus is extreme. 4 laps of fury. Who'll it be? Away, Kasprzyk not too bad. He might lead into the first corner. Lindgren, he runs out wide there, and Pedersen surges up on the inside. Kasprzyk is the leader. Look at Smolinski coming through on the inside.
What a start by Kasprzyk. He had to move Lindgren pretty wide on the first turn. Nicky Pedersen in second place here. He's going to chase Kasprzyk down, but he's quick. Christoph's quick. Smolinski's run around the inside is just not quite working at the moment. The track's moved wide, but Pedersen's not letting him get away, and Lindgren's having a go up the inside of Nicky.
Yeah, and
Nicky's on him.
Smolinski's having a go on the inside of him, so Kasprzyk the leader. Here's Smolinski. Smolinski also. They're separated by millimetres. Kasprzyk is the leader.
He's
now we see
wide.
Pedersen on the inside. Oh, Pedersen goes to the front. Oh, Kasprzyk almost comes off. The Dane hits the lead. Look at Smolinski. The German, he's come from nowhere. Martin Smolinski is the new leader. Can he do it? Pedersen on the inside. They run to the checkered flag, and the German wins it. How does he do it?
You're kidding me.
You've just witnessed a miracle.
Hi, good to have your company. Welcome to Hisense Arena in Melbourne for our exclusive coverage of the 2014 Australian Gymnastics Championships. Today is episode 1 of 2, and of course the event is taking on added significance in 2014 by virtue of the fact it also represents the Commonwealth Games selections trials for these athletes. I'm joined by our expert commentator Liz Chekovich. Men and women in action today. Let's start with the men. So we now advance to our next athlete. It is Kent Pieterse, originally from Durban in South Africa, 20 years of age. Nicole Bruggeman is next up on Marine. Nicole is 20 years of age. She's coached by Leanne Bruggeman and also gets help from Rod Brown, it should be noted. Hails from Gawler in South Australia and is a professional rider, has represented Australia on several occasions, has already been a South Australian senior champion and has already placed in a World Cup. And as for Marine, her horse, a 13-year-old gelding.
With Rydell at the wheel for Volvo, Jim Richards has just got out of the car. He's with David Tapp.
In this form of endurance racing, Jimmy, pit stops always important. That was a cracker from your team.
Well, yeah, that's what they're good at. They've been doing the British Championship, which they've got to stop and change 2 tyres in the second race, and they do it in about 6 seconds. So that's their forte, and they've done a brilliant job.
That was something that came into play in the British Touring Car Championship this year for the first time, and there's no doubt it has helped the teams because last year they found themselves lacking in that area.
Yes, I think it's put a new dimension into it. I mean, everyone likes to see a pit stop, see how the crews work, get them involved as well. I think it's a great idea.
Forward to plenty of action during the course of the day, and to take us through it will be David Tapp and Brad Jones. They're in the commentary box. Good morning, guys.
Very good morning to you and good morning everyone. You've already pointed out a fair bit of rain at Mount Panorama overnight. And Brad Jones, that's going to make things very interesting here today. If anything, it's certainly going to create some new equations, and in terms of the super touring cars, BMW perhaps will be benefited greatly by that. Welcome on the 7 Network, wherever you might be watching. The Super Touring 500. Richards on the inside in the Volvo S40. Away they go. Paul Morris characteristically and predictably got a great start on the outside. Richo's had an awful start in the Volvo. He's languishing back in 4th. He's going to be passed by Craig Baird, and the Mondeo got a fairly good start too, but it's going to be Paul Morris winding up the BMW 320i up Mountain Straight the first time.
Despite some sporadic moments of brilliance by Parramatta, the 2012 NRL season was a shocker. The end result, a 16th place finish, but the Blue and Gold Army maintained staunch support of a club that on several occasions was under siege. The legacy, a new coach, a new CEO, a new beginning. How will the Eels fare in 2013? You'll find out today on NRL Summertime. And here's a good run by Mad Elliott. Mad Elliott, she hits the afterburners. They're not going to catch her, or will they? No. And Mad Elliott runs almost the length of the field and comes up with a pearler. As our highlights package from All Phones Arena in Sydney continues, the man of the moment in many respects, Dave Kennedy.
Talent. He has it all, and a rough way to finish it off.
The 21-year-old, a spectacular dismount from the ball, and he might be a little worse for wear too. You can see him clutching at his chest. So he did have a scary moment there.
Mickey Gilchrist all by himself.
Here he goes, Gilchrist, he's a superstar, and yes, he's got it in. No drama, too easy for him. Wonderful play.